Texas Tech.
I don't think Mendoza has a big arm.
Nah, man. Oh, Sonny Styles. Damn, he's that far deep in coverage? Shit.
Welcome to the Ringer Tailgate Saturday edition. We are live right now. It's conference championship weekend. We are all fired up. We got Joel Anderson in the TCU sweatshirt. We got Van Lathan in the LSU sweatshirt. He's already raised the. Should we all raise the roof? Should we start with raise the roof? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our shit.
Welcome in. Welcome up. You know we G's.
You know we some G's, man.
You know we some G's.
We got a lot to get to. Conference championship weekend, like I said. Right now, we got the ACC championship game happening, 7-7, Duke, Virginia. We also got number 1 versus number 2, Indiana versus Ohio State. So we'll talk about those games. But first and foremost, let's talk about the kind of ripple effects here. We got a lot of games that have already happened. We'll start with one big reaction. We'll just get right into it. Van, we've got some answers to some questions going into the day. We also got a lot of debacles about what's going to be the fallout based on Alabama's performance. So one big reaction, is it SEC related? Because it does just mean more. I know you've told us that multiple times.
My one big reaction is, and I told you so. It's an I told you so for everyone.
Good.
I told you guys that this would always be our reality. We're at a 14 playoff, right? And people were talking about, oh my God, not enough teams are getting in. There's always a goddamn debate over who the 5th team is. It wouldn't matter, guys, if it was a 24-team playoff. The argument over the 25th team will occur.
North Texas, they should be in, yeah.
There are 12 teams that are going into the playoff, right? 12 teams, and we're arguing about the 13th. We're arguing about the 14th. We're arguing about the 15th. For everyone that is complaining about the state of college football and how college football is so broken because they can't decide who should play for the national championship, welcome to the last 50 years. And there doesn't seem to be a way to answer this question in any type of way that is going to satisfy people. This is a part of the sport. Enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's always kind of been a part of the sport. We even have Notre Dame fans trying to claim the 1993 national championship, in 2025 because of some of the bylaws and some of the precedents that are being set in these times. Joel, your thoughts on what Van just said. Do you think this is just a product of the environment that we've created, which is the chaos of college football?
Oh, it was always going to be this. Van is right. That's why I'm surprised Van acting like he came up with that idea, because I think that everybody said that. Everybody said.
I didn't hear anybody say it but me.
You weren't the only person that said
this
that.
Is Van's
a lot of people.
Hey, do you know?
A lot of people were like, yeah, man, they're going to be complaining about the teams on the bubble.
That's what everybody did. No. But haven't I given you your props? Why don't you give me my props?
Well, I mean, if you had done something truly that was deserving of it, that's fine. I really did invent raising the roof. I'm not sure. Look, man, I feel like that was kind of a basic fact. It's like, oh man, whatever the barrier is for entry, people are going to be worrying about who didn't make it in. And yeah, if we expand it to 16, they're going to be talking about the 17th and 18th ranked teams, or this group of 5 team that should be getting consideration and isn't ranked yet. It's always going to be like this. And that's why we've got to stop. We don't need any more teams. I think we're fine. I think also the fact that we could potentially have, so what, Bama lost, right? And who else lost? Is there going to be another 3-loss team?
Bama lost, BYU lost.
BYU lost too. Okay.
The Big 12 was looking dominant today.
Yeah, that's good defense, man. If that game had been held,
looked dominant today.
If that game had been held in Lexington, I think we should if that game had been held in Lexington and it was Kentucky versus Tennessee, y'all been like, oh man, it was hard.
We could probably find 4 teams from the Big 12. It's not the Big 12 anymore. It's the Big 12 that deserve to be in the playoff. I can't believe all of this SEC dick licking while the Big 12 looked like they looked today.
That's right. Man, you really beat me to it because I was gonna talk about that dick riding today. So you got in there. But no, man, I really do think that we're done. We don't need any more teams. the fact that Bama is going to get in there, and we've seen them lose to a 5-7 team. We saw them get dominated in this SEC championship, and they lost to OU, who is not good. OU's just. I'm sorry, they lost to OU at home.
OU's in the playoff.
Yeah, but I think that
They're the 8th seed.
anybody that sees that offense knows that they're overrated in part because they got a favorable draw in the SEC, and they got Michigan in a year where that's a win that looks more impressive on paper than it actually is. I think even OU fans would have to admit that this is not one of your vintage Sooners teams. Like, I've seen great Sooners teams. This isn't one of them, but yeah, they will make the playoffs. But again, we've got 4 to 5 teams that could win the national championship. And, it's fine that we expanded it to 12, but it's always going to look like this. Like, we're always going to be complaining about it. Shout out to Van for being the first person to ever think of that.
I didn't say I was the first person.
Yeah,
all I said was that I said it. Let me tell you something like that. Roll it up. We have to talk. I want to give credit to the Duke early in this show right here. I want to give credit.
Okay,
to Duke
all right.
Because he brought
the Duke is at Disney, by the way.
Hey,
is
the Duke
really?
is at Disney?
Is that why you in the
Yeah.
hotel? Is that why?
Oh,
Yeah, he's reporting live from Disney World. Yeah,
Come on in, Billy.
You at Disney World? Duke,
Yeah.
you look like you're held hostage by Al Qaeda.
You want to see? You want to see something, Van? Look at this.
Damn.
Look at this.
Hold on, man.
These are the walls. I'm in a little corner. This isn't even like a wide.
like an
room.
alcove.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm hiding in a room.
In the hotel room?
Yeah, to not wake up my family.
Oh, wow. Okay. Look, well, I give credit to the Duke for something because we knew that Joel was a hater, but we didn't know that he hated black women. We have to break this part out.
Excuse me, nah. Okay,
Wait,
you know what?
wait,
I did not think that you were going to
wait,
talk about this in front of everybody else. That's pre.
Wait, we have to break this part out because what the Duke was able to bring up is Joel. Hold on. Because what we try to do on this show and in society is have conversations that bring people together. And one conversation that we're having, like ad nauseum in society, is about centering men and about how in society sometimes men always feel like they have to be the center of a story or the center of anything to make it great. There are women in Houston that invented Raising the Roof. That's a Houston Comets basketball team. But Joel and his toxic group of Houston scum friends, they decided that they were going to take credit away from these black women who introduced this and say that they came up with it. So
Called them plagiarizers.
I told all of Blue Sky, like, oh my God.
I told people that the Houston Comets popularized it.
When it comes time to actually support women and recognize stuff that they've done, he's not there for it. He says he did it. So I apologize to Duke for bringing that up before the show. I give
the Comets all props. They won the first 4 WNBA championships. I'm a big fan of them. They did it in Clutch City, which is what we call Houston. So great, fantastic. The Comets did that, and they did nationally popularize Raise the Roof in conjunction with Luther Campbell, who did his song Raise the Roof. But the story is, and if you saw some of the clips that were circulating on the internet after I told this story, there were stories that talked of the young black social set in Houston popularizing it first. So we know that, and look, the fact of the matter
how do
is
we
that
know
I
it
was part
wasn't
of
a
that
cheerleading squad somewhere or a group of young black women?
I mean,
it wasn't Joel.
You can dismiss my contribution. Nobody. It's not going to show up. My name's not going to show up on Wikipedia saying that I did it. I understand that.
Well, you didn't.
That's fine.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah. Not yet. But that's fine. But the point of the matter is that I was there. I know that nobody did it before me.
Not to betray anyone or name names, but I believe someone said if they were so influential, why are they nowhere to be seen now?
What's the Raise the Roof?
No, the Comets.
Oh, the Comets.
Comments.
I believe someone said, where are they now? They didn't move the needle.
Well, do you know what happened?
And then followed it up with, I'm still here.
Who said that?
Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened to the Houston Comets?
Wait, okay, hold on. Time out. Is that what we're going to do now? Is that what we're going to do? The things that we talk about before the show. Is that it? Is that the rule?
Hold on. I just say one last thing.
Okay.
You know what happened to the Houston Comets? The Houston Comets are one of the pioneering franchises of the WNBA, right? One of the pioneering franchises of the WNBA. put the league on their back. But what happened was there weren't enough people that respected what the Houston Comets brought to the WNBA and all of the pioneering things that they did for the WNBA and for culture. So the Houston Comets got kind of swept away.
No.
That's what happens when somebody else takes responsibility.
It was poor
for stuff that
poor male.
They tried to raise the roof.
They tried to raise the roof,
ownership
but
is
they
what
couldn't do it because of guys like Joel. Straight up,
There was a glass ceiling there when they
Poor
tried to
male
raise it.
ownership
Glass
is what
ceiling.
spoiled the
Joel
Comets,
ceiling.
not me, not me not getting my deserved props for inventing that. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna get no money out of it. Nobody is gonna be like, "Hey, you the dude that raised the roof, you cool." Like nobody is saying that. I'm not. It's like me taking ownership of this is not doing anything for me. I just think the record should reflect what actually happened.
Anyway, well, back to football.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was great.
Hey, the chat by the way is asking, you a big Kim Mulkey fan, Van? Is that your girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Support her 100%. You buying her, huh?
I'm into it, and you know why? Because guess what?
I like her
This is
outfits.
America. You know,
Okay.
I ordered something from Instacart today. It came there. It was convenient. Guess what probably happened for me to get to Instacart shit? Some terrible shit. So all the fuck that y'all talking about, oh my God, you like her, you like her, you like her. You're talking right now on the internet. You're a slave to techno-feudalism, so shut up.
Nice
Joel.
win for Kim Mulkey against Duke the other day.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
Claudia
Joel bringing
Johnson.
down another woman.
Another woman.
I don't
Classic
care.
Joel.
If you say that I brought down Kim Mulkey, that's cool. I don't care about that. That's not. Oh, Duke, man, Duke about to make a problem for people tonight, man. I love that Duke just won't go the fuck away, man. I love it.
He just went away just as you said that.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, did you just see that it just pop up on yours? Nate Shepard, 16-yard touchdown run. Duke up 13-7. 6 minutes to go in the first half, man. This is the perfect ACC thing. Like nobody's in the stands. Virginia does not want to be there. They only have something to lose tonight. The weather looks miserable, and
Very
a
cold.
5-loss team is putting it on the best team's ass.
Also, a team that they destroyed a couple of weeks ago, which is not good for them.
You know how I feel about this. I feel like if you beat a team once, you should not have to play them again within the same season, unless it's like, a course of random setup in the playoff or something. But but especially if you beat their ass, I feel like the ACC could have done a thing. They could have really easily had a rule that said, well, the top 2 ranked teams that are eligible should be able to play in the conference championship, and then they could have Miami in this game.
And it wouldn't even be a precedent that's set. You know what I mean? It's already a thing that's in the American Conference. They have it so if there's a tiebreaker, it's the highest ranked team in the CFP that goes to the championship game. So the ACC could adopt that for next season to avoid this type of controversy. I did want to ask you guys this just about the ACC. If Duke really loved the ACC, wouldn't they throw this game?
Man.
Because if they win this game, there's nobody from the ACC potentially in the playoff. Just saying.
Duke got to continue to do their thing. You can't be throwing games out here. You know what I'm saying?
You think Duke give a fuck about anybody else anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely not. I'm just saying,
not
they
even
care about the
school for
conference.
that.
If it was the SEC who chants SEC and they're all about the conference and conference pride, I feel like they would throw a game, for the good of the conference.
Nobody's throwing a game.
For the good of the conference.
Go out there.
Them,
If I'm Duke and I win the game, I start my own playoff push. I'm a conference champion. I won the conference. I should be in there.
Oh,
if I'm Duke and I win this game, I'm not about to go to the back of the bus and chill there. I'm going like Joel would want black women to do. I'm going to. If I'm Duke, I'm going to say I am the ACC champion. I have 5 losses. That is fine. But put me in the college football playoff. I won a power conference.
Well, they're going to have to deal with the James Madison Dukes, it seems like, if they do win this game. The Dukes will probably jump Duke. Let's get back to one big reaction. Joel, I'm sure yours is related to Texas Tech dominating that Big 12 championship game.
Man, so this is the biggest day in Texas Tech football history, at least in my lifetime, right? So this is the first outright league title they've won since 1956 when the teams looked a little bit different back then. They've only won shares of the title, so that was almost 70 years ago. They've won shares in 76 and 94 and none since. So it's been 30 years since they've even really been in contention to win a share of the conference title. You could live a whole generation of your life and never see what you saw today. It's it's just not easy to do that out there at Lubbock, man. I don't think people understand. Joey McGuire, the head coach, he wasn't like Todd Dodge or Gus Malzahn or Chad Harris, Chad Morris or Hugh Freeze, where they like, had like basically private schools or public schools were effectively private schools, and they built a powerhouse and got to coach college. Man, Joey McGuire coached out there, bro, in like southwest side of Dallas, man, like Duncanville, DeSoto. He built up a school that didn't even have a reputation called Cedar Hill. So he's a different cat already, man. And so you can kind of see when Tech has apparently had this vision for a while about how to build a program out there at a place that is very difficult to do that. And man, it's just the salute to the Red Raiders. And not only that, I mean, man, CFP, do the right thing. Give them one of them buys, man. I mean, this is a legitimate national title contender.
This
is a national contender right here, man. I really I don't know what you all think. I think Van said the game sucked because he doesn't have any respect for anybody that plays west of Lake Charles in college football.
But not true.
Okay. You don't?
I respect Oregon.
Okay, all right.
I respect the
USC. They gave us.
Do you not respect that Texas Tech defense that you saw today?
I think the Texas Tech defense is fantastic. I said it earlier. I think Texas Tech is one of the best balanced teams in college football. I don't know how you watched that game today and thought that either one of those teams had a legitimate shot at the national championship. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But that did not look like the best showcase of football. I mean, you talk about BYU. BYU looked pitiful out there today. They did. And to be fair, guess what? To be fair, so did Alabama. I guess the only difference is that Alabama was sitting a bunch of guys and all of that stuff. But Alabama did not play well today. Ty Simpson looked like a little daddy out there, a little daddy. I know that.
Yeah, man. That's your name. That's your name for him, daddy.
But Texas Tech, from everything that they've done, I think they definitely deserve a bye, and we'll see how their brand of football stacks up against the rest of the playoff field.
Yeah, man. The thing is that, and I was thinking about this earlier. I understand that this isn't even probably one of the top 5 Texas Tech offenses I've seen in my lifetime, right? Like a lot of those leech offenses. Yeah. Like those leech offenses, or even when they had like Byron Hanspard or Bam Morris, or y'all don't even go back to James Gray. Like I remember watching James Gray play for Texas Tech in the late 80s. And they don't have a star. And so that's the kind of thing that I think kind of throws people off, because Texas Tech doesn't have an offense that seems explosive. It's just efficient. But that defense, man, that defensive line, man, like
those linebackers,
bro. They have a legit defense, man. They're going to be in games because it's hard to score on them. Like I don't know what it'll look like against Ohio State. Ohio State's a different cat. Ohio State can wear anybody out and make anybody look bad. But other than that, man, I really think Tech can. I mean, they can pretty much rock with anybody right now, I think, with that defense.
They also built the blueprint on the portal too, right? We talked about it preseason about a team that basically went all in on the portal, said we're going to try to build a team out of the portal. And this is what they get. They get a team that's obviously gelled well, that is very mature. I mean, even pregame, they're doing like, kind of the check-ins with the team. And, they're just like, yeah, we love each other. And that's, all McGuire. We got to give him a lot of credit. He even said after the game that there should be 2 teams from the Big 12 in the CFP. Joel, you don't agree with that? You're not buying the propaganda.
I'm a Big 12 partisan. You know that if there was a way that I could lie to y'all and say, man, BYU got to be in there. But BYU has gotten their ass kicked by Tech twice. Enough for y'all. I don't need to see that. I've seen enough. Even if you somehow inexplicably won a national championship, I know you're not a better football team than Texas Tech. I don't feel like you could be the national champion in that way. And like this whole tournament is about determining a national champion. And so, BYU had a great season. I'm sure that there's a great bowl. I don't know, maybe the Orange. I don't know what bowl they could play in, but they don't need to be in the playoff, bro.
Pop-Tarts.
No BYU in the playoff.
No BYU in the playoff.
So they only lost. Okay, but you do think Notre Dame should be in the playoff?
I mean, I think that they have. Yeah, I think that like them, Miami, Alabama, any of those 3 that are on the edge, should be there. I don't think BYU is, because it's not just that they lost twice to the same team, a really good team.
That was your rule last week, though, Joel, right? If you lose twice to the same team, you're out.
You lose twice to the same team, you're out. And also you got your ass kicked in both games. Like these games were not close in the third and late in the third quarter. So I feel like BYU's had its chance. They've shown that they can't be a national champion. That's no it used to be okay to end the year and people be like, well, you didn't win a national championship, but you get to go to a bowl game. They still get to go to a bowl game, but they don't need to be in the playoffs.
I guess my question is, if they only have 2 losses, they're a 2-loss team. They're a 1-loss regular season team. So we should say that, right? Because if we're counting they're only a 2-loss team because we're counting the championship game. So in the regular season, they're only a 1-loss team, right?
Yeah.
And they dominated the slaughterhouse of the Big 12.
Yeah.
All right. They went through the murderer's row of the Big 12.
Yeah. It is tough. A lot of good teams
right now.
You see what Arizona State almost did to y'all Kings last year? What did Arizona State almost do to your Kings?
They went through the slaughterhouse of the Big 12, and they only lost one game.
I mean, I had to hear so much about how good Florida was. They won 3 fucking games, man. 3-9. Tough Florida. There you have to go down to the swamp.
Said that about Florida.
You have to go down to the swamp.
You're doing that thing where you contradict yourself again because you talk about how good the Big 12 is.
Joel's in the comments right now.
Big 12. Then they lost in the championship game.
I mean,
to the same team, right? But they are not a playoff team.
They're not a playoff
Big 12 is a legitimate conference.
Yeah.
They only lost 1 game in it. I just don't understand.
I just think in terms of opportunity, with some teams, they lose in such a way so decisively that we can make a determination about the kind of team they are. And it's not just anybody can count and look at the record and say, man, well, they got 1 loss. They must be pretty good. Well, why don't people say that for James Madison then? You know what I'm saying?
They're about to make the playoff.
Yeah, but
understand. But
they're not even. They just now got ranked.
But understand, you're doing that. You're doing the Donald Trump thing.
No, you're trying to fight. No, you're.
Wait I'm not doing the Donald Trump thing. Where you
don't talk about Billy's guy like that.
They and all of that stuff. You said that the Big 12 was good. So what I'm saying is,
I do think it's good.
Okay, okay. So if the Big 12 is good, and you go through the conference with 1 loss, you should probably make the college football playoff, right?
No, I don't feel that way. I don't like that. I feel like this can be consistent. I just feel like, especially because of the SEC, they probably have more teams that deserve to be in there, 4 to 5, because they've got really, teams that have 1 to 2 losses, and they played schedules in such a way that you can't really make a determination about that championship medal. Like they didn't this is why I think OU is a suspect team, because they lost to Texas. I really don't think Texas is that great. And I look at that offense and how they played down the stretch. I just don't think that that's a very good team. I don't feel like they could be a national champion. So I'm eliminating teams before we even have to start talking about the playoff. I know there's a bracket to fill, but when I'm looking at the teams within the leagues, I'm like, all right, well, they haven't done enough. Like, that's why I kind of feel like Vandy should get a shot. Cause I'm like, well, Vandy, they have a pretty good record. I don't know definitively that they're bad. Like the losses they had were not that bad. And so I'm looking at them I'm like, oh, yeah.
I'm going to leave it. So what you're saying is Vandy should get a shot, and that a 2-loss regular season SEC team should get a shot over a 1-loss.
It just means more.
It just means more.
It just we know less about that. We know less about that team. We know that we suspect they're pretty good, but between the way that they've lost and how many losses they have, I'm like, it's possible that they could still be national champion caliber. They haven't lost in such a way that disqualifies them. BYU has lost in ways that is disqualifying, even if it was only one.
I love we got
they lost twice.
The Dukes and Billy Gill, the Duke. Billy Gill obviously is ready to chime in on Joel's articulation here.
No, I'm not coming after you. No, me and you were the same. Right. We're allies, I think. I don't know.
All right. Okay. All right.
Did you guys see, before you get off of Vandy, because I feel like we're not going to talk about Vandy again today, did you see the reports that Vandy was reaching out to Miami and I think Notre Dame and other teams to try to get an extra game in this week just to make their case? I feel like if they were a bubble team, even though all the other teams turned them down, I'd move them ahead of some of the teams that reportedly turned them down, right? Like they wanted to play.
They're
And they
scared.
couldn't find
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah.
Miami
That's-
said no,
Vandy.
right?
You can't
Or-
be trusted with a ballot because you would
Why
do
is
that,
that?
wouldn't you? Yeah,
Yeah.
you would move a team down because they'd be like, well, I heard Vandy call.
You
I
just
heard
wanted to
Vandy
put
called
in a
y'all
lost team a second ago.
Well, I'm just saying, this is funny. Like you would, I just don't think that that's not fair because they're like, well, we've already got our season planned out. We played our schedule. We don't need to play another game. That's kind of the problem with the opt-out thing, Billy. And I'm not even trying to go at
Oh. A lot of
I'm
people were
just
excited
saying,
about the opt-out idea.
I've
They thought
already
that
made my
Vanderbilt was buying
schedule.
into it.
Vanderbilt's like, we don't have shit to do, and they know that this. They know. What? Just imagine somebody took them up on this. There, Kansas State was like, oh shit, we ain't doing nothing. Watch y'all come
Kansas
through
State's
on
not even
Saturday.
playing in their bowl game, Joel. They opted out of the bowl.
Oh, they did. They've done that
Yeah.
already.
That's how much they don't want to play. They're not
That's how
even
much
play
they
a
don't
bowl
want to
game.
play. Yeah, that was like USC is like, well, man, all right, well, shit, why don't y'all come out here? We'll host y'all. We'll play a good game. If they had to do that, there's no way. There's no way that they would want to play in that game.
Well, Mario
way. Vandy
Cristobal
would not
said
wanna do
that
that.
Clark Lee was lying because Clark Lee said that he
Oh.
called Miami and that he said that they never got a call. They allegedly called Notre Dame. Notre Dame allegedly says that they didn't get a call. So I don't even know if this was just trying to prop up the idea, Billy, that they were willing to play anybody, but also not calling anybody. But he said with 2 days' notice, they would fly anywhere and play anybody anywhere.
I like the idea of this game also just because it's not a scheduled game. They don't have a network, so it ends up being like a CW game or like,
Oh, yeah.
we're just going to stream this on Twitch if you want to watch this like important playoff game.
Ryan Leaf is calling the game.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
I honestly think it could have worked, man.
Me too.
You put the
We
game
all,
out
we
there.
all, three out of four of us agree with the opt-out week.
The
There's
opt-out
one,
week,
there's one dissenting opinion
Yeah.
amongst
go
the
put it on the
I
line
care about
right
the players.
now.
I mean,
He's in
Van,
the-
and in keeping with Van, just not caring about the health of young black men. He wants to serve them up to the meat grinder for no pay, for no extra pay. Just make them play another
What
game
do you mean
and
for no
potentially
extra pay?
put
They're
their.
not getting paid per game.
We don't-
like
Well, I'm sure
Albert
they got
Einstein.
bonus. I'm sure they got
Like, they're not-
bonuses. I don't. You don't
they're
know.
not
You don't
getting-
know what
it's-
individual contract them players have. with
Okay,
the-
so what I'm saying is this.
So, yeah, just get
What
out
I'm
there
saying
and
is
play.
this. It's not
Get
about
out there and
serving them
play.
up to the meat grinder.
Yeah.
Van got muted.
God,
Yeah, he grabbed his
God
mic.
stepped
Deep
in.
State stopped
the
him.
mic.
God stepped
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Like, I grabbed the mic.
Mhm.
Look, this is what I'm saying. It's not about that. Like, Joel, that's weak. What I'm saying is give them an opportunity to go and get the real shine, which is the playoff shine, Joel.
Mhm.
I'm giving them an opportunity not to play in the Tax Slayer IRS Bowl and to
Yeah.
actually go play for something real. You know what I'm
No,
saying? But
no.
you don't want to do that. That's cool. But the opt-out week, it was all the rage. That's gonna happen. I'm telling you right now, just like I was the first one to talk about the expanded playoff and how it wouldn't. I'm telling you right now.
I remember him saying that.
Man, nobody
the
ever thought that
opt-out
the fifth
week-
seed would be
the
mad.
opt-out week is going to happen. Wait until next year. Watch.
Yeah. How do you think you invented raise the roof? I feel like you're closer to like lower the ceiling.
Why
Like,
you
you're
bring-
more
why
like
you
the
keep- why do
LeBron,
you
like
keep- you
push
keep
people
bringing it
down and actually raise people up. No, that's not you.
Yeah, it is. You can just see that.
I think
they-
you
they-
need
they
the
were-
role,
they were
though,
derivative.
Joel. I think you
Yeah.
need to let people know that you invented the role first.
Yeah.
I mean, you rolled
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, the
That's
role.
limitations
I got that
Yeah.
role.
Everybody get your roll on. That was stolen from Joel also.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I know. No, I wouldn't take credit for that. I only look. That's why you all should really consider the way I'm coming about this. I have the opportunity to make up plenty of other things a lie about it, but I'm gonna have to. This is because this is a real story.
The other good part of this is that the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football were raising the roof, and
Right.
a lot of
Shit's-
people were reaching out and giving Joel credit for raising the
Shit's
roof,
coming back.
returning. So maybe it wasn't you creating it, Joel. If they're not going to give you credit for that, maybe they give you credit for the return of raising the roof. So
I mean, the thing is that the record is the record, and people won't, give me the props that I deserve. But I think me telling my own story has kind of helped to correct
your
the record
truth.
out there. That's
Yeah.
right.
One big question. Can I ask this? Because this was from Cameron Gaudette, who tweeted at us. It was a good question, and I wanted to get your response. Let's talk about the SEC championship game because that's a big deal. Georgia's defense looks like an elite defense, but here's the question: did Bama's lone touchdown keep them in the playoff? The one touchdown drive. Because if they got shut out, I feel like the conversation's a little bit different. But they did score one touchdown. Van, do you think that kept them in?
I don't think anything was gonna keep Bama out of the playoff besides historic generational drubbing, which didn't happen.
They got
sound
drubbed.
blowout. They got drubbed, but I'm talking about like a
Drubbed.
TCU like Michigan type situation.
When TCU beat Michigan. That's right. Yeah.
Although with TCU, who they lose?
Nah, it's too late. You already move on.
I'm
You got it
talking
wrong.
about
That's fine.
like a real
63-7, something like that.
63-7, like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it would take something like that to have kept Bama out of the playoff. And it's not necessarily even because of the football. I think we all know it's because of the politics. These conferences want these conference championship games to continue to exist. They are money drivers. I don't know how much longer they'll be money drivers, being that they are completely fucking useless. Like right now, we talked about it. 2 undefeated teams are playing for their conference championship, and the game just doesn't have very much snap. I'm sure it means a lot to these fan bases, but it's a meaningless game. But they want those games to continue to exist, at least for right now. And if you don't put Alabama into the playoff, it's over.
Yeah, the
Like,
SEC will get rid of that game. Yeah.
Yes, that's the watershed moment to make them go, no more conference championship games. Who would want to do that?
Why not just get rid of like wait, what is our maybe because I can remember a time in college football when there were not conference championship games, and yeah, I'm that old. But I just don't like.
You know what, Joe? I gotta say something about this. You keep doing this. Like you keep going. We'll be talking about something, and you be like, "You guys don't quite go back as long as I do."
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
back in my day.
2 years.
Lockjaw Wilson from South Texas.
When you brought up the joke, Joe's like,
did you watch James?
I can remember a time when it was,
Do you remember Major Harris? Did you see Major Harris play?
Like, do you guys remember?
Did you ever see Rocket Ismail?
Wilcox. He used to get out there and catch passes. Like, no,
I literally remember watching the Doug Flutie Hail Mary live on TV.
Right.
Like, do you go back that far? You know,
I wasn't watching that, but I remember some shit that happened in the 80s. You're 2 years older than me. Go ahead.
2 years is a lot. 2 years is a lot. Yeah, 2 years is a lot, bro. It can really influence like the things that you saw did not see. Did you see the Challenger explosion?
I love how much Riley got
only did I
Billy.
see it.
You remember the Challenger
did I
explosion?
see it.
Okay.
Well. I saw it. I remember we went to because we renamed. They like renamed the library. What was the lady, the teacher? That
Krista McAuliffe.
Like they renamed a library in Baton Rouge after her, and I remember. Never mind. I'm not gonna tell that story because it's gonna make the kids sound like assholes. But that was a big deal when that happened. Yeah, I remember that.
Why are you flexing on remembering the Challenger?
It's very upsetting.
It's not just. I'm telling you that like 2 years can make a real difference in the memories you have. Like I remember a world in which I remember. Do you remember Ronald Reagan being? Well, quick. I guess you probably do remember Ronald Reagan being president because you were old enough then.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember Ronald Reagan being president.
How many people do you think in the chat remember Ronald Reagan?
That's actually the one big question. Do you remember Ronald Reagan being president?
Yeah, I remember the Reagan presidency.
It's a poll question.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember Jessica in the Well?
Yes, bro.
Did you watch Friday Night Videos?
I watched Friday Night Videos.
You did?
Yes.
You remember the Small Wonder? Did you see
Small Wonder, the robot chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all of this stuff. Do you remember the
It's my new favorite game. Yeah.
Do you remember the show where it was the doll and the doll came along alive after the fucking place closed? Do you remember that show? Hold on.
No.
Doll
Cousin
comes
Skeeter?
alive
Toy
after-
Story.
No, it's not.
Hold
on. Who in the chat knows this? Doll came alive.
You found out Chucky? Child's Play?
No, after store closed.
Oh, it was a TV show.
It was a TV show.
Really?
Y'all
Joel, how's the
remember this
chat
show?
today?
Today's special.
RD Constant said, that's my dude. RD Constant said Joel wants to relive terrible shit. This is Edgar Rex. This is so unhinged. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz, yeah. Jessica in the Well. Yeah, Baha, that shit was wild. It was in the Man in the Mirror video.
2 Chainz is in the chat.
Girl, by the way,
I remember when they debuted the Billie Jean video.
Baby Jessica. Can I say something about Baby Jessica before we move on real quick? Baby Jessica, when I talk about America no longer being a community, I remember going to the store with my mom, and when they had got baby Jessica out the well, out the well, and like one of the ladies at the thing was crying, like the lady that was checking out the fucking groceries was crying.
Right.
My mother's like, "What's wrong with you, sweetie?" And she went, "They saved that sweet baby." And then my mom started crying. And then these ladies was crying together. I was like, "Yo, man, can I have my Snickers bar, please?" Like what?
People don't get stuck in wells anymore.
They don't get stuck because of her.
They don't. It really is a lot more well awareness. Oh man,
it's like limos. Like there's no.
It's amazing that she didn't die, bro. That is crazy, though.
They had to invent all kinds. They had going down there to get her and the whole nine, and she got. That was the penultimate moment, or the of the Michael Jackson video, where at the end, you just
when they pull out, it's like I'm starting, and then again she pulls out. Yeah.
Tate, have you ever seen the Man in the Mirror video?
Yeah, I have. I just I didn't really understand like the cultural implications at the time. You know what I mean? I didn't understand it was like based on a real story. You know what I mean?
No, it wasn't based on a real story. The video was a collection of clips.
Right.
And the clips were things that would happen. Like, and you watching the clip, it's like Martin Luther King Jr. in there and all this.
Right.
The clip is about society. It's about Michael Jackson.
The atomic bomb hit in Japan.
Who never did anything wrong.
You remember
about
that,
how
Joel?
He could look into the mirror and be a better person with the man in the mirror. That's what it's about. And so they put the baby in there because that's something that everybody can get behind. We need to save more babies that fall in wells. Joel think I didn't know that. I don't know what the fuck Joel is thinking.
I mean, dog, I was 9 years old, so you would have been like 7. You were that old? You were not 9 years old. That was 1987. I was 9 years old, not you.
I was 7 years old. I have full memories and like understanding.
I mean, 7-year-old is not.
I like that the difference between 9 and 7 is just like so big.
How much of being 7 do you actually remember?
I remember. Do you know what I remember from being 7? Core memory. And we have to get back to football. There's not a lot of games today, guys. I'm sorry. But core memory from being 7. Me and my father were watching Silverado. Core memory. This is a core memory. Like, started my anxiety. We're watching Silverado. My dad looks at Silverado and he goes, "The world's going to be just like that again pretty soon. Horses and carriages and all of that stuff like that." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, why would the world go back to being like that?" Dad goes, "Because Reagan's going to drop that bomb." And I was like, "What bomb?" He goes, "Well, Reagan has bombs. And the Russians have bombs. And if we shoot our bombs, and they shoot their bombs, son, it'll start a chain reaction that will destroy the entire world."
Wow.
And then he smiled. And I'm like looking around like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Wow.
So I go to school and I ask about this. I ask my mama, I ask my pastor, I ask everyone, is the world about to end? And nobody could just give me a definitive no.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's
complicated.
Everybody had a caveat.
It's complicated. Yeah.
I was like, what? It was like, it's not great.
Bro, like
it could be
dying.
Should we watch the Man in the Mirror video?
Dying in a nuclear holocaust was a real concern, like throughout childhood. Like it was like, man, that shit could really. The movie that the day after or something like that. They
By
ran
Dawn's
that.
Early Light. See, I remember all of this.
You remember that?
Okay. So don't hit me with the armor. Like don't hit me with the I go back to the 70s shit.
Did you see James Gray play running back at Texas Tech in the late 80s?
Oh my God. Let's move on, bro.
Okay.
I do want to talk about that. We got to talk. I'm part of the day after tomorrow generation. I feel like, but same sort of deal. Can we look at the projected rankings here, the CFP?
Yeah, let's do it.
And just talk about them. Here's what the expectation is, right? So Virginia obviously has to win for this to be the case, but this is what we suspect. One will probably be Ohio State if they hold on. They're up 10-6 right now.
Yep.
Georgia, number 2, after what they did to Alabama, right? We expect them SEC champs. It just means more. They'll be at 2. Indiana or Texas Tech at 3. Whichever one is not at 3. Obviously, the other will be at 4. Oregon at 5. Ole Miss at 6. A&M at 7. Oklahoma at 8. And this is when things get interesting, right? This is all if Virginia wins. Right now, they're down 14-7. Then we have Alabama at 9. Miami or Notre Dame fighting for the number 10 spot. Virginia, if they win, at 11. Tulane at number 12. If Virginia loses, it's probably JMU at 11. Does that feel like the final 12 if we had to project out?
Yeah, probably. I think so.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to do this because my homeboy Malik is at home. He's a UVA grad, and watching this now, and I know he's probably in panic right now, and I hate to say it, but this just feels very Virginia loss. Like right now, just the whole vibe of this game gives
They've
off.
never outright won the ACC. They've tied in
Yeah.
1995, but they've never outright won the ACC.
Yeah, I mean, I do have some faith in Chandler Morris is a very experienced quarterback. It's got still a lot more time to go, but it just has, I don't know what it is, and this isn't a football thing. It just has all the markers of a game where some big letdown is about to happen.
It does feel like that. And
It
Duke
does.
is kind of set up for,
Yeah.
you know, for
Who does the
national
committee
win.
want to win that game?
Virginia, right? Because they don't want James.
Sure.
They don't want to do Tulane and James Madison. They'll be like, that's asking
with
a lot.
Miami or Notre Dame, the odd man out. Then
Yeah,
it just
bro.
feels a little bit off.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Is Notre Dame safely in the playoff to you guys, or are they on the outside looking in?
I think
actually,
they're in.
really.
But it does feel like the conversation over the past week and a half has totally flipped. It was all Notre Dame. Like if we had never had a committee show, the Tuesday night show, which I don't think should exist, but if we had never had a Tuesday night show, I feel like Miami would be in over Notre Dame. If tomorrow was the first show and they did the rankings, I would say Miami is in. But the fact that they've never had Miami above Notre Dame, it would be crazy to have them both be idle and then swap the spots.
So I'll
That'd be
tell you
wild.
what. I'll tell you what. So BYU is number 11. They're going to drop. I don't know how much, but they're probably going to drop.
They're out. Yeah.
Right. And so that's going to move Notre Dame and Miami close to each other. And then all of a sudden, the voters and the committee is going to have to be like, damn, they're right next to each other, man. And they played. And the other team won. I really think that they're going to flip. And I say this, and I'm going to bore people with a TCU story, but remember in 2014, last week of the season, TCU was number 3 in the country. They were bound to get into the 4-team playoff. They won 55-3 and dropped to number 6 in the next poll. So this is a different committee. This is a different time, but I'm inclined to believe that it's not over for Miami right now as we go in here. It'll be kind of weird though, because like, they didn't play in the championship game, but I mean, who gives a shit? Like I still want to see the best teams if we can.
Yeah, I think if it's an argument, obviously you guys know how I feel. If it's an argument between two teams that played, the team that won the game has to go in. Like it's funny to hear the Notre Dame people talk about this, because I remember how incredulous we all were when it happened to them in '93 when they beat Florida State, and Florida State ended up winning the national championship.
You remember that?
I do remember that because Notre Dame had a bad loss to Boston College. They went out a couple of weeks later and they lost to Boston College, and they just like spilled mud all over their national championship. But they still, if it was between them and Florida State, they still should have been the national champions. They should have been the national champions.
They're trying to hang the banner right now as we speak. They're trying to retroactively take back the banner. Which is,
they were, they were talking a fucking different game then for the people that can remember. But now, I believe that. It just depends on what happens around these two teams, how many spots are left, and whether or not Alabama's performance in the SEC championship game makes people, think twice about them. Right now, do you have Alabama soundly over Notre Dame, soundly over Miami? You'd have to, right? No?
Yeah. I don't
like
think
we said, if they don't, it's a problem, like that. The only way they get around this, and the issue with the whole committee, right, is that there is no precedent, right? So it doesn't make any sense because they have never followed precedent. They've changed the rules basically from what we even saw a season ago. And obviously this is a new format. So again, nobody really knows anything, but if they sandwich Alabama between Notre Dame and Miami, they once said if they're in the same cluster, head to head would matter. Now they're saying they have to be side by side for it to matter. But if they put Alabama in between Miami and Notre Dame, so they're not side by side, then that can be their way to weasel out of the conversation.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And again, there's no precedent, so it's not like anybody can push back on it. They're just going to be like, okay, that's what the committee did, and Alabama's in.
It's just crazy because, the thing is that the committee is inclined to have all these teams. Like, they're mad. They don't want to have to make this choice. They don't want to have to be like, damn, bro, we might have to put James Madison in here over Notre Dame and Miami, two of the biggest brands in college football. Like, they're not excited about this. But it's just kind of weird. But it's kind of crazy to say, but I really do think that Notre Dame is in trouble, man. Like if it goes this way, I could easily see them putting Miami over Notre Dame tomorrow afternoon.
What's the reaction if that happens? You know, like there's gonna be legal probably recourse.
Well, I think,
or at least threats of legal recourse.
but see, here's the thing:
guess.
the argument you can't beat, as you all have tried to deploy it on me. We played and I won. You know, like it doesn't matter at that point. The context doesn't matter. Like the records are roughly the same. Like we're just gonna have a whole season of work to look at, and at the end of the day, there's a lot of context to that win. But I won. Give me my money. You know what I'm saying?
It was pointed out today that when those two teams played, it was early in the season, but Jeremiah Love, I think he was held under 50 yards rushing.
Remember, we were saying he was on a pitch count. We were like, why is he not getting the football?
Like there was domination in the trenches, or at least winning in the trenches by Miami. Obviously, Notre Dame has gotten better throughout the season, right? Miami has been up and down, but Miami has played better, as of late. So I think that's non-controversial. If you want to have a galaxy brain take, then yeah, you can look at all that. I think it's non-controversial to say that the team that beat the other team has earned their way into the playoff more than the team that they beat. Like if everything else is the same, you're talking about if the games actually matter. If not, line everybody up in t-shirts and shorts, let them run the 40, and then we take all of the fastest people.
Yeah.
And then we collate them into a group, and then we put them into the playoff, and then we just watch them play. If the actual fucking games and who won, who lost don't matter at all. Now, I don't think the committee gives a fuck whether or not Notre Dame is in the playoff or not. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think there are other teams that they care about a little bit more than Notre Dame. I think the Alabama thing was annoying to the committee today. I think that was a real annoyance, but I don't think that they care. I think if Notre Dame gets like squeezed out of the playoff, I think some drama like that is actually good for the playoff. I think I don't think they mind that type of thing at all.
If Notre Dame were to get hosed, and it comes down to the fact that like these conferences being able to lobby on their behalf gets an ACC team in, a Power 4 team in over a Notre Dame, do you think that the Notre Dame powers that be actually look in the mirror, going back to man in the mirror, and says, maybe we should join a conference. Maybe we should have a conference lobbying on our behalf, because if we don't, we're just going to be the odd man out at the table.
I tell you what conference they're not going to go to if they get kicked out by a conference lobbying, the ACC.
Well, they're already halfway in the ACC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
they're
parking all their their other sports in there. But yeah, I mean, like anybody would take Notre Dame. You know, I mean, the Big Ten, probably the SEC, presumably. So if that, I mean, I think
would not go to the SEC.
They're not going to the SEC.
They're not going to go to the SEC.
They'll go to the Big Ten.
They'll go to the Big Ten. But they would.
You guys want to hear Notre Dame's schedule next year?
What's it?
Please.
You want to hear it?
Enlighten us.
So Wisconsin, Rice, Michigan State, Purdue, North Carolina, Navy.
Oh, North Carolina.
Miami, Boston College, SMU, Syracuse, Stanford, and USC.
USC's carried a big load for them.
Paul. I mean, the thing is, though, man, it's like when they made that schedule.
You can't say that. You like
I heard it as it was coming out. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Wait, what did Tate say? Hold on, I missed that.
Wow.
Say it.
I'm just saying USC is like they're carrying a lot for them. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I heard that part.
I'm just saying we never know how these teams are going to play, right? Maybe Wisconsin figures it out in the offseason, the transfer portal.
Right.
Michigan State has gotten a crazy donation, $400 million. So maybe they go out and they get a couple plays. You don't know what this schedule is going to be like when it gets played.
Right.
But right now,
man,
this schedule looks like a schedule to where it looks like a one team, maybe two team schedule.
It's not that bad, bro.
Maybe three teams if you count SC. Maybe.
If whenever they put this schedule together, I
probably
bet
5 years ago.
It probably looked a lot different. They never thought Wisconsin would be down, Michigan State would be as bad as they were. Like not at the same time, you know.
But this is the issue with not being in a conference,
USC.
because when you're not in a conference, when you're in a conference, you have teams that are measuring sticks to you at all times. Yeah. Like at all times, these teams are measuring sticks to you. I'm not saying that Notre Dame doesn't have that totally, but I'm saying when you're in the conference, you're competing every single year against the same teams. So there's some, obviously conferences have down years, but there's some consistency to the level of competition year in and year out. If you are not in a conference, then there's really none. You could easily catch a year like this where there's very, very little resistance between you and, like, if you don't run the table with that schedule, I mean, I don't know what to say. And this
Also, you
year,
have
I mean,
allies.
it is just kind of crazy though, because a lot of schools play bad teams. You know what I mean? Like Texas A&M's whole schedule was against the bottom half of the SEC this year, and we thought they were good. You know, none of the Arkansas, Mississippi State, you know, South Carolina, who is not good, but we assume that they're good. I mean, there are a lot of. I don't think. I hear that Notre Dame schedule, and I'm like, all right, USC, Miami, shit. I mean, you know, who's to say what some of these schools are going to be like? Syracuse was like a 9-win team a couple years ago until the
whose schedule did you say?
No, which one? Notre Dame's next year.
I'm talking about Texas A&M. You said they had a bad schedule.
Well, I mean, the bottom half of their schedule until they play Texas. I don't think they played a team with a winning record in the SEC.
In the SEC.
In the
on
SEC.
the bottom half.
Yeah, everybody they
true.
played was in the bottom half until Texas.
Yeah, in the
and
bottom
they
half,
lost to
you got
that
Missouri
team.
and all of that stuff.
Then they lost in Texas. Yeah.
They did play Notre Dame though, and they won. So
yeah, I mean that's fair. All I'm just saying is that Florida State played Alabama and they won.
And they won.
Yeah, they did.
And they won. Yeah,
they did. Look,
one of the
deal.
two finalists here today.
It shakes out. Alabama came back and they beat Georgia and all of that stuff. I'm willing to listen to all Alabama slander. I'm just saying with Notre Dame, they're gonna have to be a little bit. That's why I say the schedule should be made in the summer before the season.
God damn.
Schedule you can't schedule these things out 5-6 years no more with the playoff. You just can't do it no more. You don't know. You have no clue.
That's
you
right.
can't do that no more. After the coaches' meetings, after the conference meetings, the conference meetings should be making the schedule for the upcoming year. And then you get in there and you get enough time though. I mean, I guess maybe now you need time to practice and all of that stuff for the first game or whatever. That's when you should make it. Because if not, then you're going to have years like next year where Notre Dame don't just need to win every game. They need to look crazy unless SC looks crazy or some other teams rebound, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of funny to me though, because I mean, you know, we never know what the schedule is going to look like, even like after week 2. Like everything will look, you know what I mean? Like it's just tough. Like right now we say that.
Look at the preseason projections. My God.
Man, LSU and Clemson.
Clemson, Penn State.
Man, we were falling for Syracuse beat Clemson. They might be good this year. You know, like we just kept shit going. And they're like, oh, you know what? Actually, Clemson's not very good. And so we know it doesn't seem like the most formidable, but like not all of these teams that are in position this year have played a formidable schedule. And like I said, as soon as A&M played a conference team with a winning record, they lost.
And Notre Dame just not being in a conference, they're an easy target because, again, they don't have any allies. So everybody is going after their neck. And, I mean, even Narduzzi comes out, who's head coach of, obviously, Pittsburgh. And we talked about Narduzzi and some of his quotes. But he said, he was asked which team is better. Which team would you put in the playoff? You played both of them. And he said Miami. They're both tough and imposing, but Miami is powerful up front and plays a physical brand of football. Again, an ally. It doesn't mean, you know, that he even probably believes that necessarily. It's just like he's going to defend
who would go for Notre
conference.
Dame's? Who would be a Notre Dame defender? That is funny.
Nobody.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Justin alone. Nobody fucks with Notre Dame. Yeah, like nobody.
Nobody. That's what I mean. That's why they might look in the mirror and say, do we need to get some allies on our side so that people are pushing our agenda outside of us, especially if we get left out of the playoff? I'm just saying. It's a fascinating conversation. Another thing that was said today that I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on, Nick Saban is now calling for a commissioner in college football. He was also calling for Miami to be in the playoff, but he says that there needs to be a commissioner in college football. That would be someone to oversee the CFP committee. There would be some checks, some balances. Van, do you like the idea of a commissioner in college football?
Yes. I think that there needs to be a little bit more centralization of the college football intelligentsia right now. And when they do it, it needs to be done in a way that's a little bit more transparent with the fans and the community. Like you put a lot of people in the college football playoff committee, but you need to tell us why they're there. Like seriously, there needs to be, in my opinion, the college football playoff committee have all of these people and it's great, but there's one person that knows the history of I don't know. There's a financial guy that looks at the money situations and all of this. There's a competition guy. There's a coach. There's a culture person. There's all of these different people that they're bona fides as far as why they are in the positions that they are choosing this need to be clearly detailed to the fans. Other than that, I mean, I don't know that even an AD has a place on a college football playoff selection committee. Like, I
agree.
I wouldn't understand like why an AD would be on there. You hired a fucking coach. You fucking hired a softball coach. Like, go count something. But like, I don't know why they would be on a college playoff football. I don't know why they would be on there. Like, that's
especially one in the middle of a search for a new football coach in Hunter Yurchek's case. You know what I mean? He's like trying to figure out his school and his next head coach, and then he's also in the middle of these committee meetings.
Could y'all live with it if it was a panel of college football sports writers who'd covered the sport for 10 or more years? Would that a regionally balanced?
They make the AP poll and it's terrible. So no.
You really think? I mean, people always get mad at the AP poll. Well, I don't think I think the thing is, like, nobody is ever going to be happy. Like, we just need to.
Billy says Joel is campaigning for himself to be. He's lobbying for himself to be.
You want to be in there, Joe?
Man, so wait, would I want to be on the playoff committee?
Yeah.
Man, nah, bro. There's no way I could be away that many weekends, man.
He does remember the Challenger. Yeah.
Joe, stand up, bro. Like stand up, bro. Like you if you get the job to be the college football, like, bring the kids with you, bro. Like, if you get the job, you can't turn that down, bro. You can't turn that down.
Yeah, sure I could. First of all, I don't know how much money I'd be getting for it. And I mean,
I think they just pay for your stay, and it's like,
so you go like
you
what, 2 days? I'd fly into Grapevine, Texas, on Friday evening, stay there all Saturday, and fly out Sunday morning.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Get 3 meals a day.
That would be I have a sister in Fort Worth, man. That'd be kind of nice because that's back near where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I know that area real well.
You can't complain about the work they're doing and then say I'm not interested in doing it. You have to be the change you want to see in the world, Joel.
That's right, Joel.
I mean, I don't
look at the man in the mirror.
I've had to do fake ballots. Like when I was at ESPN and on the college football team, I had to. There was one weekend where I had to do the rankings or whatever. And the 2 things that happened with it, the UCF fans got so pissed that I used Golden Knights because they were very sensitive about being called the Golden Knights. They're down to the Knights now. And I had ranked, I think I had Minkah Fitzpatrick in the top 5 of my Heisman ballot, And I thought Minkah Fitzpatrick was excellent. And I think Nick Saban would confirm that because I think that's like I think he said that Minkah Fitzpatrick is his favorite player from his Alabama days. But it's like I was like, I don't want to do this, man. I don't want the pressure of this. And then I know that there are all these college football podcasts now that will talk. They will go over the AP ballot and be like, this dumbass right here, Brett Turner in Laredo, like he voted this way, and they'll be calling people out. I don't want that kind of stress. I don't like that.
We're making fun of you anyways, and you're not on the committee.
Yeah. So why don't you just do it?
Yeah, but at least my wife is not mad at me, and I could be here at the house chilling.
That's crazy. Anyway,
but you don't want to go no damn Grapevine. That's why no offense to anybody on the panel, because Ivan is OG. I love Ivan Mazel.
They're busy right now. They're not listening.
They're busy. Well, they may listen later. There's a thing called podcast. We will record this and then we'll run it later. Okay, Phil, you heard of them? So anyway,
God damn.
Joel shoots first. That's what we got to remember when Joel gets the ball. He shoots first.
Billy's the one that started this. I don't understand. Come on, man. I don't remember what I was going to say now. So just
is there someone that should be the commissioner of college football? Like, I mean, obviously Nick Saban says that, and everyone's rolling their eyes and they're saying, is he pitching himself? He says no. I'm not pitching myself, but like, there's no right answer, right? I mean, there's really nobody out there that we would all be like, yeah, great pick, because everybody has some sort of bias. Everybody has some sort of allegiance. Everybody went to some school, and everyone's going to think that they're in the bag for their school. Like
Is this the argument
Tate.
against Nick Saban that he's a Jimmy Sexton? That Jimmy Sexton is one of
They
his
were
clients?
really upset about this.
Is that what it is?
Herb Street came out and said, I'm not a Jimmy Sexton client. Pat McAfee made multiple references about Jimmy Sexton during the show. So I don't know if it was us, but I think, we'll take a little bit of credit.
You take a little bit of credit, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think that, to be real with you, that's how we know that they are all under the thumb of Emperor Sexton. I know I listened to all of them, and they looked like they were all told exactly what to say by Emperor Sexton. They got right on message. They all came out at the same time. There was uniformity, and they were all incredulous in the same way. I just run y'all. Just shut up.
I just can't see. I
and
can't see Nick Saban get run by no damn Jimmy Sexton, man.
Get them jobs. Shut your mouth.
I just don't think so. I don't think
it was time for Lane to get hired, where Lane wanted to get hired, and you guys got on train and y'all did what Emperor Sexton wanted y'all to do. That's it. Shut up. Bro. I don't want to hear that goddamn shit. You don't believe it, Joe, because these are your former colleagues.
Who are my former colleagues?
At ESPN.
Kirk Herbstreit and Nick Saban and Pat McAfee are not now and never have been colleagues. I was so far away from.
Herbstreit unblocked you, though.
It's crazy. News. Yeah, he did unblock me on Twitter, so that's great. At ESPN on college football, I was so far away from college game day. Like I remember seeing like Maria Taylor walk by. I was like, it don't even feel like we in the same company. You know what I mean? Like you being a writer at ESPN on the website is. I mean, that it's a very low position. Like you're just writing, huh?
Hold on for a second. Are you trying to say you were a little nigga at ESPN?
Yeah, I was a little nigga at ESPN.
Oh, dog.
I was.
Dog.
I mean,
bro,
I don't.
Come on,
I don't.
Man.
There's no way that many people there could remember me. It was a very forgettable run for me. Not many. The only time, again, people know I didn't even go on like podcasts and stuff back then. It's kind of crazy. Like I was the only people that cared were my family, because that's the first time I worked somewhere that they could be like, well, Joel works at ESPN, and all my cousins and uncles and shit were excited about that, because that was the first place they knew of and consumed their content. But like at that, or you know what was great, man? If you could email somebody with ESPN.com, like you just be like, I need you to handle this, and you got ESPN.com. They're gonna respond to your email, bro.
Unless it's Maria Taylor,
and they'll try to help you.
Joe, how many emails did you send to Maria Taylor? I love how you brought her up.
I didn't know. Because I remember being at the college football championship in Atlanta in 2017, and like. I mean, just these TV people walk past me the whole time.
Wait a second.
Nah, Billy,
you know what the dude said?
I don't want to say.
You coming at another black one,
right? It all loops back.
I'm not shooting it at Maria Taylor. She's great at her job.
The comments.
She was so good at her job that it wasn't necessary to know who I was, even though I was at the same company. That's all I'm saying. I feel actually, Van, your girl Rachel may have worked at ESPN then too, or she did some things, and I was just like, that is a whole
she did
ESPN.
Some things, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Hold on, you look like you can't see. What are y'all doing? It's like your girl Rachel worked at ESPN. She did some things. What do that mean?
Well, I mean, she was like an on-camera personality. I don't know if she had you ask her if she worked at the Longhorn Network or something like that.
When you say did some things, mister.
Wait, why are you going like this? What is it? This is a way too much sass for what happened.
Stuff. I think she might have guest hosted First Take or something like that.
Okay,
At one point, she was doing on-camera things. She was doing things in the workplace.
Talent
things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I told you, and I was a little nigga, man. Yeah,
she wouldn't answer the email either.
Yeah,
you tried to email her. How many did you try to email? Did you try to email Sage?
I didn't email
Sage
nobody.
would have answered you.
You know
what you should have done.
I'm going to say this, and then we're going to have to move on and talk about football. I'll just never forget there was a time in my life I was working at BuzzFeed. It's 2017, and my a mutual friend of ours linked us up, and he was like, hey, there's this young girl who works at the New York Times. She'd love to get some professional advice from you. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Tell her to email me. And it was Malika Andrews. And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
damn, bro. I was like, I mean, thank God we never connected, because whatever she did, it really,
Joe,
she
this sounds
took
so
off.
bad, bro. Like,
Wait.
bro, this sounds so bad. Two
Wait, what
things.
sounds bad?
Another black woman you didn't help. The Duke said that. Like,
Another
this
one.
sounds so bad, bro.
They
When
don't
you-
need help. I
know
mean,
if
why do you
know
think
how
black
it
women
sounds.
need help? Why does Billy
I don't
think
know.
black
I don't
women
know
need help?
how
And
it's-
Van,
if
why do
you
you
know how
think
it
black
sounds when
women
you
need
tell-
help? They're strong
Joe.
enough to stand on their own. I don't know if you know.
Joe,
I don't know if you know.
how
My wife,
you know
my
how bad it
mom.
sounds when you tell these stories, bro. It's like, hey, she reached out. It was Malika Andrews. She
Didn't answer.
didn't answer. Like you didn't. Now she running shit.
Yeah,
She's big
I told
time.
you.
She's a talent.
She run.
Yeah.
You didn't help her.
Because I emailed her back and she never. I emailed her. She emailed me back. I emailed her back. She never emailed me back again. And it was just like, all right.
she
And then
big
it was
timed
just
you.
like all of a sudden Malika was covering the Milwaukee Bucks at ESPN, and blah 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 blah. She like just took off and is the star that she is today. That's all I'm saying. But I'm just I was out. You know what it is? Well, I'm only thinking of black women because like I don't. And I'm trying. I mean, my RCO Connor, our boy Connor Nevins was my boss. I knew all the black people at ESPN. Like that's who I remember. I'm sorry for being racist in this way.
Obviously,
But I can't
Connor's
think
white.
of my other
Andrews,
white
and
colleagues.
You didn't know
Mark
Maria Taylor.
Schleybaugh.
You're not on trial. You're not on trial,
Is
Joel.
that okay? Can I say Mark Schleybaugh? Ryan McGee, my dog. I love Ryan.
Oh, there you
McGee,
go.
man. That's my dog, man. Man, one time,
Ryan
Jesse
McGee is
Palmer.
not black.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of some.
You're trying to
now
list the people that. Okay, I got.
I'm just trying to think of some of the other white colleagues I had that felt like worked in a different world from me. I remember Jesse Palmer came over one night. We were having dinner at a place in Palo Alto before the championship game, and he just seemed like a really delightful guy.
He's
like, I
super
was
nice
just like,
guy.
He was
Yeah.
just. I was
All
like, damn, this motherfucker really nice.
We got to get off this. It's getting pathetic, bro.
Hey,
We got to get off this.
All right,
game-
can we
this
talk
game-
about football again?
Yeah, these games are at halftime now. I want to go through just some quick hitters, some news notes, and get some reactions. Penn State hired Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell, as their next head coach. Big story, obviously. Kraft apparently was getting blackballed by Jimmy Sexton, our emperor, but he was able to find a way to hire Matt Campbell. I thought the AD for Iowa State was great. He was like, look, Matt Campbell did his job here. He's here for a decade. We wish him well. Immediately after he takes the Penn State job, they hire Wazoo head coach Jimmy Rogers, who was there. He said he was a loyalty guy. He was at South Dakota State for 19 years. And then he left within 9 months to go to Iowa State. That's a conversation for another day. But Terry Smith also staying on staff with Penn State, which, that was a big talking point for everybody. So
That's so sad, man. They're just like, your black ass ain't gonna never be the head coach here. But we got this really nice extra title for you. We're gonna throw some money, which is great. I'm happy for Terry Smith. He probably has got a lot more money today, and they've reaffirmed their importance to him by saying, we're not gonna really be able to give you this other job that you really wanted, but like just stick in with us, bro. You one of us. Good for you, Terry Smith.
Yeah, Micah Parsons said he would not come back to State College if they did not hire Terry Smith as the head coach. So they
Really?
did not hire him as the head coach.
Okay.
Do you think he still comes back, even though he's on staff? That's a big question.
I mean, yeah. Terry Terry probably put in a call, I would imagine.
Yeah, he'll be like, it's good. I'm good. They took care of me. But still fascinating.
I honestly think the Matt Campbell hire is a good hire.
I think it's a great hire.
I think it's a great
considering
hire.
the situation. I mean,
If
my
they had
God.
said that was their top candidate, I would have been like, yeah, that's reasonable. It makes sense.
Mhm.
It's a good hire. Young, energetic coach. The timing of it seems terrible now, but they got a lot of resources. The transfer portal is right there for them to be able to put their team together, and right now they are losing the PR battle between themselves and James Franklin. James Franklin looks like
He looks like the good guy.
He looks like the good guy. He also looks like he's got Virginia Tech with some momentum in recruiting. He looks good with the team.
Yeah, rejuvenated.
It
The colors
rejuvenated.
agree
It
with
looks
him.
like it all fits.
Mhm.
It's like it looks like he's flipping guys. It's
He's
interesting to
flipping
see.
guys.
Pause.
Wow.
It's like Joel in 227.
Whoa,
He's flipping guys.
dude. Oh,
He's flipping guys.
God.
How about this? Let me go. He's actually flipping kids.
Oh, wow. I just associate myself from that remark. Van.
He's actually flipping kids. So he's getting them. He's getting players to leave their commitments at Penn State and come to Virginia Tech. So this at least kind of stems the tide a little bit of them looking like they got fucking housed in their decision to not to retain him or to fire him. And then, unleash him and all of his coaching and recruiting prowess onto Virginia Tech. So some good news for them after a long time of not having any.
I mean, it's just tough, man, because they're going to have to, I mean, I don't know. Things are different now. You can just portal a whole class and things can be okay in a year or
Texas
whatever.
Tech.
Right.
Yeah, Texas Tech. But man, I mean, this recruiting class is, I mean, I can't imagine that they've had a worse recruiting class than this in the history of the program or in the recent
maybe
history.
during one period of time, I think.
Yeah, it was like a not so great period. Yeah.
But wait, they only have at this moment, I think 2 recruits who've signed, like 2 people who've like signed with that class. Like even when they were in the middle of that mess, they signed not as full of a class as they could, not no damn 2 people. This is almost unprecedented what is happening. It's like they've basically had to forfeit a year. I mean, maybe they'll get more kids at the later signing date, and I'm sure the portal will change things and all that other stuff. But right now, it's tough to remember a major program that is like forfeited recruiting like this year. And it's just, it's just how it broke down. But I wonder, the kind of protection that Matt Campbell's going to have, because they're going to have to, that recruiting class this year is kind of a loss for them. Like they're just going to have to wash off and try to move forward. And so you wonder, if they'll give Matt Campbell some patience.
They said they're going to give him some payments, $30 million. So that'll help. Yeah.
Yeah. The expectations for them next year have to be just to right the ship and get the team to a place where their culture is reestablished and fans have faith in the football product, not just on the field, but behind the scenes. Right now, they're in complete disarray. So him coming in, it's so funny. He almost has to do not quite the same thing, but not so far outside the realm of the same thing that James Franklin had to do. Now, James Franklin had to rebuild from something much more drastic. It's not even close, right? But at the same time, it's not like he's taking over a program that is like primed to succeed right now. It almost looks like they're starting off not at zero, but completely redefining who they are.
Yeah.
And Terry will help guys that are there stay, allegedly. Like that was the big concern, that they were going to have a lot of guys just completely abandon ship. But apparently, just because of how hard the defense played for him, a lot of guys like him. If he's staying on staff, that means they'll have some of the guys come back. And obviously, a lot of those guys were supposed to be part of a team that can win the national championship. So they do have, some talent in the cupboard. So that's
absolutely
encouraging.
Yeah. Think the thing is kind of weird about the Matt Campbell thing. And I think that, like, I guess whatever you think culturally, he's a fit. He's a fit from that region of the country. And the modesty or whatever, the modest stoicism or whatever, like maybe it seems like that's a good fit for that part of the country or whatever. But I would be I just always kind of think the try hard coaches, you know what I mean, the ones where they assemble a bunch of they overperform, they're overachievers, like Iowa State, and they're going to find out. And y'all probably don't remember when Iowa State was really bad at football, but let me tell you, no, I'm just joking. But I mean, they really were not. Like they're historically a very, a losing program. He's done something there that is damn near unprecedented. When he leaves, we're going to see what Iowa State's really about. But I feel like at a job like Penn State, I would kind of just rather have a guy that got 5 stars. You know what I mean? And like you can kind of you can coach around that, you can build a staff around that. And so that's why I kind of think it's a weird thing, because you have to compete against Ohio State. Like it's going to be very tough for you to develop 3 stars into guys that are going to be able to compete with Ohio State. But, we'll see.
Yeah. Also, Jimmy Rogers, they make the bowl game at Wazoo. He brought a lot of guys with him from his old team there, but Wazoo just kind of finds a way to be a good football team. And this year, he kind of sabotaged the start of the season. Like I have to watch all the Wazoo games. Shout out to the Cougs. But the first 3 games, he didn't play Zevi Eckhouse because he's not his guy. They looked horrible. The fans basically formed a mutiny against him, and then he has to play Eckhouse to basically save face with the fans, and it turns the whole season around. They almost beat Ole Miss. They almost beat Virginia, and it was really because of the quarterback play of Zevi Eckhouse. So I don't know what Iowa State was watching, but I would not be encouraged to be bringing in Jimmy Rogers. Just my thoughts.
Damn.
Yo, Jesus
Shit on Jimmy
Christ,
Rogers.
Tate. What the
What's
fuck
up?
is
What
going on?
What did Jimmy Rogers do to you, bro?
Tate, what the hell's going on?
I'm just saying, I'm watching.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Fucking
I'm a
Jimmy
host, but
Rogers.
every once in a while I'll give you a take.
Hey, you know, I'll be honest with you, bro. Are you looking for Jimmy Rogers to come down where you're at in LA and have a fight like Joe wanted to have a fight with Lane Kiffin?
You just
No.
bring the shit up, dog. That's all. That's all.
I'm not going to
Are
root
you
227.
standing up for
Jimmy
your boy
Rogers.
because he's your
I'm not
coach
trying
now.
to wrestle.
Bruh, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think Lane will bust your ass, dog.
Nah, stop talking about it.
man.
First of all, it's not, it wouldn't
Joe,
happen.
I'm gonna
It
be
wouldn't
honest
happen.
with you.
Where are you getting that from?
Right.
What would make you even think
I
that?
asked around because
You
some
asked
people
around.
heard that and they hit me up. They're like, what's up with this guy trying to fight the coach? And they were telling me that Lane is adept at different types of Tai Chi and yoga and Eastern philosophies
for real?
in terms of what he can do with his hands and stuff like that.
They were talking about that
Wow.
on the booster group chat.
They telling me
It was
so.
Rohan Davey, Kendall Cleveland. You know
But
what I'm
they-
saying? What's happening?
So
Duke
what
Riley,
they was telling
They
me
hit
was
you up.
that Lane will whoop your fucking ass.
Josh Reed. He was like,
And-
yeah,
and
that's what they
so-
saying.
The reality is now for me, I'm looking at it like, I looked at Joe with all the wrestling and 227 and all of that. I think I assumed that you would fuck over him. But now, after doing a little due diligence, I don't know, man. I think Lane might beat the shit out of you, dog.
Nah, dog. Nah, player. Nah, man. I mean, the thing is, anybody can get beat up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not so.
That's a good rule.
I'm
yeah.
not so prideful. Anybody can slip you a punch or get you in a
Every dog
chokehold
has
one
their
time.
day, yeah.
Every dog can have their day, man. But I mean, I don't think. First of all, I don't think Lane would look at me and be like, "That's somebody I'm ready to fight." I just don't, because I don't look at him that way and say that's the guy that I'm looking forward to fighting. I'll do it, but it doesn't mean that I'll be hype about it. And I don't think that Lane
You created
would see me,
this monster, though.
He wouldn't
Wait,
see me
wait.
across the parking lot and be like, "Oh, that's the guy that I want to fight." I
Joe,
just don't think that he
Joe.
would look at me and think that.
Joe, so what you're saying is that Lane would look at you and he would be scared of you, that you cut.
I didn't say he's
intimidating.
scared, but it's just like there's easier people to fuck with. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, that's not somebody. I'm not somebody that people look at.
Billy
and be
wanted
like,
us to remind
I want to have a
everyone
good
he
time. Let
remembers
me fight
Ronald
Joel
Reagan
Anderson.
as well. Yeah.
So what you're saying, okay, so just real quick, before we go, I'm just asking. So you're saying that people look at you.
I didn't say
And they
people
go-
look at me like that.
I'm
I didn't say-
asking. You said people look at you and they
I'm
go,
just saying-
that's not the nigga to fuck with right there.
Yeah, bro. If you're walking down the street,
He's one of them ones.
if you're
He's
walking
one
down
of
the
them
street
ones.
and you just like, I want to rob somebody, okay, and I want this to be as easy
You
as
are
possible.
the guy to rob.
No.
Without a doubt.
No.
Joe.
No.
Not if it's me, you and
I'm
Tate.
not. It's just like, why
It's
would they?
Tate.
They would
But
just
like-
would fuck with me, man.
but-
I just know.
but-
The reason I
but-
know this is because it's never happened.
Oh man, I got nothing on
So
me.
Joe, wait a second. We got to break this out. So Joe, what you're saying is that when people, so it's a bunch of people lined up, or you walking down the street, they gonna look at you and be like, "Nah, man, can't fuck with that nigga." You think you look in the mirror and you see King Von?
I know.
It's what
Again,
you're saying.
I'm not saying I can't get got. What I am saying though is that if you're just a person looking for an easy mark on the street, I'm probably not going to be the guy. I'm probably not going to be your first option to be like, well, yeah, man, I'm trying to get $50 off somebody. Let me go fuck with that guy. I'm probably not going to be high on that list. I mean, that's just real.
What we're gonna do is
and
we're
that
gonna break
don't
this out.
mean that I look like Myles Garrett. It just means that I'm not going to be an easy win.
Mm.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this out, and we're gonna take a vote. You know I'm a G.
Yeah, you know. I'm a G.
That's basically what Joel just said. You
Yeah,
know, I'm
That's
a
what
G.
Joe just said. You
Yeah.
know I'm
And then
a G.
he did a little this as he walked
That's right.
by.
No date, please. I'm good on any MLK Boulevard. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I am.
Right, so-
I'm good on any. I mean,
So
I'll go anywhere.
I'm interested in this because maybe I'm tripping.
Mm.
Maybe I'm tripping, right? But I'm gonna break this out, and then
We're gonna let the
I-
comments decide.
we're gonna let the people in the comments
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter.
Why y'all
and
hyping this up?
Instagram decide.
Why are y'all hyping this up?
Whether or not I'm asking. They're gonna decide whether or not you.
You're a mark.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did not know that. But
There
now
are
that you
some
mention
people.
it,
There are
you
some
definitely don't
people-
look like you definitely don't look like you soft.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have thought that you would have been the guy that people would have been like, nah, man, I can't fuck with him.
I don't
Like,
think. I don't think like if I went into prison or some shit like that, I don't think people would be like, "Well, I'm not gonna fuck with that guy." I mean, I understand, but this is Lane Kiffin we talking about.
Joel's
here,
gonna say,
not-
"Come wrestle me in cell 227."
Why is it gotta? Somebody asked in the chat how big I am. All right, so
oh my god,
I'm a shade. I'm a shade under 6 feet, and I'm about 220. You know, I could stand.
You're
get
under
down.
6 feet, Joel.
Yeah, I'm 5'11".
you present as taller than that.
I know.
Like
I
five-
didn't know I was
5'9".
taller
Thank
than
you.
you. That's
I'm
great.
5'11", man. Yeah, 5'11". I
6'2".
claim
I
it.
got 3 inches on Joel. Damn.
Yeah, thanks, man. I was listed at
Lord.
6'1", 195. Okay.
So Joel, you're a shade under 6 feet and you're 220.
Yeah, 220.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Everybody give their dimensions.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's go for it. I guess Tate, that means you next.
Yeah, I'm
Take you
6'2", 205.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a Parker Livingstone frame right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tate sneaky. Yeah, Tate sneaky.
That's
Okay.
athletic. That's an athletic.
Bill, you want me or Billy? I'll go.
Yeah, you go.
I'm 6'4", 270.
Okay.
Yo,
All right.
Like Billy.
5 inches on Joel.
You are ending a 3-4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What?
I got titties. Anyway, you like Billy?
You're not.
I'm like a shade over 6'1", like 205 ish.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me and
Really?
Billy.
Are you see, man? I actually thought of you as closer to like 5'8". You know?
You met me like 2 weeks ago.
I know. Until
You were
I met
looking
you.
up at me.
Until I wasn't looking up at you. I wasn't looking up at you. You weren't that tall. You saying you 6'1" for real? No wonder y'all thought I was 6 feet tall.
Oh man.
No wonder y'all thought I was 6 feet tall.
Oh,
I
my
did.
God.
I did notice, Joel. You stopped calling Lane a hoe today. Last week you were throwing around hoe left and right with Lane.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
You did.
I again, like I said, I didn't just like my boy Ben Garrett at the Ole Miss press corps. I didn't call him a hoe. I just said it like it's that some of the things he was doing, you could be mistaken for thinking that he might be one.
He skipped college game day today. Joel, was that hoe behavior in your
That
mind?
is hoe, that's hoe behavior. I mean, was he scared? I mean, what?
Oh, just call him.
Why did he want to face questions?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We we got so Joel is 6 foot on Hinge. People are saying.
Oh.
Like Joel, we got.
I don't.
some,
I don't do that. I don't do that because I feel like women. I feel like women are really particular about that shit. I don't feel like I'm not insecure about my height. That's just something.
Well,
I
know you're not
never
on
got.
Very because you're married. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's very
That's
true.
true.
So
We
need
have
some
men
dimensions from
putting in the
people
chat. Yeah, people putting their dimensions in. Yeah.
7'5", 212.
6'4", 230, man. What you a tight end?
6'4",
Wendy.
230. Andy Vandergrift is 6'4", 280.
God damn, Andy. Shit.
Damn, Andy.
All right.
Andy,
Three technique.
Andy not fucking around.
Andy wants to
Yeah.
wrestle.
Three technique, man. Hey, man, come on, bro. Y'all are turning it into something crazy. I mean, y'all didn't tussle when y'all were in high school or college?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't
not
never
college.
goof around.
By the time
you know
we
what
got
I'm
to
saying? Some
college,
shit like that.
like it's no, I'm not. Come on, you know
We
what
would
my mama
box.
used to say. Let me
A
tell
lot
you
of
what my mama
boxing.
used to say. My mama was always like calling out stuff.
Yeah.
So my mother used to say like boys would be wrestling and all that stuff like that. My mother would look and we would wrestle and my mother would go, "Oh, that's so cute." And I'd be like, "What?" She's like, she goes, "Son, you guys want to be close to each other. You want to show each other affection. And
Ooh.
that's the way you do it." And then all of us would look like we'd all be like, "What is she talking about?" She's like, "Yeah, you guys like being close to each other. You like cuddling on each other, and that's the way that you do it. That's the way that you show it. You wrestle around and you tussle around. You guys like to tussle and touch each other, and that's okay." And that she would say little stuff like that to fuck with your head. That's like
Yeah.
She got you.
Yeah, man.
that's how she would do what she would do. But yeah, we would do that. But in college, nah, it didn't. Nobody was really doing that. But
Bro, I mean, it was a different atmosphere. You ain't seen videos of people fighting in college locker rooms and stuff? It shit
Jill said
happens
it's
all
a
the
different time.
Yeah, and it was a different time too. Yeah,
It wasn't. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why you.
I respect
you
it, Joel.
I'm not defensive. I'm
Yeah.
not sensitive about it. I said I was good at it. I mean, that's the thing.
You're so good at it. You had people knocking on the door.
I him some motherfuckers.
You had niggas.
I him some motherfuckers up. Yeah.
You had guys coming there. Trying
One guy
with Joel.
One guy.
Wait, it was the same guy every time?
No, bro. We had other wrestling matches. Just like it might be in the locker room. It might be in the hallway. Whatever. The only time a dude ever came specifically trying to fuck with me to wrestle with me, it was that time. Yeah, and I told him, and I was like, no, bro, I'm not doing that. I knew that it was going to escalate. I just want to keep it wrestling. I don't want it to become a fight. I mean, the thing is, though, it's really hard to get people to not want to fight once you subdue them, because then you're embarrassed. You're embarrassed.
Joe Anderson's the best podcaster on earth. I don't know what to say, bro. Like,
Joe, I'm having so much fun.
Joe, like once they want to fight, okay, cool. Nah, but you know what, man? I changed my mind. You probably would fuck over Lane. Because I know Lane not getting busy like this.
Yeah.
I know Lane not getting busy like this. Hey, Indiana scored.
I know, bro.
13-10.
Hey, man. All right. So let's just say I don't know what's going to happen in the fourth quarter or whatever. Bro, Indiana, we just got to stop. We've got to, I guess, and maybe I'm talking to myself here. The idea that Indiana is up on Ohio State late in this game, it's incredible, man. Again, if you're an Indiana fan, man, shout out to y'all, bro.
You got to feel good.
I mean, man.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
That has to feel amazing. You just now all this is real. All of a sudden, it's not like we people can diminish you because of your non-conference schedule and you may have not gotten the best draw and, whatever, you looked out class last year. It's like, oh, no, we're here now, right? We could actually win the national championship this year.
Yeah, I mean, look, this game for them, we talked about the game being a little meaningless in terms of the grand scheme of things. I don't know how much it changes. It might change some seeding, right? Could have some effect on that, of course.
Yeah.
But when you look at,
Georgia would probably be number one, or honestly, maybe if Indiana wins, Indiana will be number one.
Maybe Indiana goes to number one, right?
Yeah, they definitely go number one.
Yeah, they'll definitely be number one.
But if Indiana is playing with Ohio State right, and they're already playing with Ohio State right now, like they've closed the gap between them and Ohio State. That is profound.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it really is. Like that is profound. I mean, you look at Ohio State, that it's a insanely high blue chip ratio, though. They got first day guys everywhere. Some guys that could be amongst the best at their position ever to play college football. With the way people talk about Jeremiah Smith, well, there's people say he's the best college football player they ever saw. I don't know how you made that determination, all that stuff like that. Fucking Reggie Bush, for goddamn.
I mean, I don't think he's better than Randy Moss. You know what I mean?
I don't think he is either, but it is what it is.
But it's a crazy conversation to have because it's not crazy to say it, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so they're right there on the field with them, and they're giving them problems to see how long they can hold up against them. Now Ohio State is probably going to be pretty focused. Come out there and see if they can put 6 on the board.
Also, Signetti, I mean, last year it felt like he was peacocking a little bit. I feel like this year he's done a good job of kind of like letting the football speak for itself. Yeah, he's had his moments like during the media days. He kind of called out the SEC, but that's really been the only time that he's done that. And for the most part, he's kind of stayed back a little bit more. I think he learned from last year. He's like, I don't want to bring smoke into the house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to let it ride.
There were real expectations, and this year he knows he's got the real thing. Last year you kind of had to create that, and it helped to build a narrative around that team. It helped to build confidence in that team. Because, I mean, the thing is like Indiana looks across that sideline, and they know how they got to college, and they know how most of those dudes on the other sideline got to Ohio State. Most of them got there as 5 stars. Yeah. And so, like, they're finding out, like, right now that, oh, no, like, we can beat these motherfuckers, man. Like we're as good. We're as good or better. Like, and I'm looking. The thing that kind of really struck me, they did a scene from the sideline, and old boy was like smiling. You know what I mean? Like, I just think about how many times in your life, Indiana, that you've been looking at your sideline during the Ohio State game, and the guys look confident like that. That they're like smiling, and they're like, yeah, well, I'm getting my shit off on these dudes. That's right. So,
yeah, it's a big moment. Big
third down
turning
right
point.
now for Ohio State, 3rd and 4.
First
Staying
time
under
they're
center.
trailing
Can
this season.
I'm gonna call this like the dude.
Yeah.
Staying under center. Making changes. The ball is
Short.
snapped.
He's short.
Oh, he's back.
No. They marking him first down.
That
That's
was
first down. Come on,
a
Brandon Ennis.
favorable spot.
Yeah, that was a favorable. Man, dog. Duke is about to go in and score. Wait, hold on. Is Duke about to go in and score on Virginia again,
I think
bro?
they just win for it on 4th down, right? Before we went to commercial, or did they go to commercial before they're going for it? They're going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it just went to commercial for me.
Yeah, same.
Please, Duke, man. I mean, it's just I understand people want the chaos of it all, but even me again, like the little guy, Big 12, Group of 5 guy. Tulane and James Madison in the field, that's just a little too much, bro. Like,
Do you think that they would just break all the protocol and just be like, you know what? We just put Miami in at 11. Who cares? You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's all made up anyway. You know?
At that point,
I wouldn't be shocked. They're just like, yeah, Miami, Notre Dame, and Alabama, they're all in. Tulane,
yo, Darian Mensah is dealing 16 of 19 for 150, a tutty and a pick. He's making his presence felt out there.
It's hard to beat a good team twice, like no matter what. Yeah, former Tulane quarterback, man. Yeah, man, they moved on.
Hey, what's with you? Why do you keep saying Tulane? It's Tulane.
Who said? Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what is it saying? Look at you,
Tulane.
man, being all proper, man. You know what I'm saying? Is that how y'all do in Baton Rouge? Would you do that? Would you do that to somebody in Baton Rouge?
Well, I do what to what?
Yeah, you'd be like, man, you saying it wrong. You would not do that. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. What are you saying?
He's saying that
it's Tulane.
because he's from
that's
Texas,
the name of the
you're going
school.
at
You
his
keep
name.
saying Tulane. Why are you doing that?
Because that's
know what you're doing.
No, I don't. What am I doing?
You're pronouncing the name of the school improperly.
Come on. You know what I mean. Tulane.
He doubled down.
You know what the name of the school is.
I would just say I'm more connected to the people than you are. I'm more country than you, bro.
Ooh.
Oh my God. I have a question. Jeremiah Smith is out here big dogging guys.
Ooh.
Just big dog. I have a question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Williams. I put something in the chat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Ryan Williams' season this year is sophomore season. He caught 40 balls, 598 yards, 4 touchdowns, 14.9 yards a catch. Now, there's some talk about his hands. He dropped a couple of passes this year. And it just seemed as if the explosiveness, the getting open, him being the incredible deep threat, the dominating player that he was at times last year, particularly in the first half of the year, it just wasn't there. Working with a new quarterback, obviously Jalen Milroe isn't there anymore. Different style of quarterback. It seemed like an off year for someone that a lot of people were saying was the best newcomer, the best freshman since Reggie Bush, the best newcomer that we had seen in a really long time. What happened to Ryan Williams this year?
I mean, it's a different quarterback, right? So, you develop chemistries, in practice, it's like all of a sudden Ty Simpson feels more comfortable with Bernard. Maybe they were doing reps together last year on scout team or something. And then in the offseason, they developed the rhythm. And meanwhile, Ryan was catching passes from Jalen Milroe. You know what I mean? And so I think that probably is an adjustment. And,
he had 0 targets against Auburn.
I mean, bro, he's really young. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes people forget that these are kids out there. You know what I mean? You don't know what any of these guys are going through in any given year. You know what I'm saying? College is a real time of change and discovery. And you might just be going through a funk or whatever. But I hope cause I don't know. It seemed like it wasn't very fun for him this year. And when we watched the game tonight, I was like, oh, he looked like he got a little sizzle back. You know what I mean?
He had that time.
Yeah.
One cut up field. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe, and he's been hurt this year too, so it's just a lot of, it's just really, it's really tough to be great that many times in a row in a changed offense and a change of quarterback, and dealing with expectations like this for the first time. So he still looks good to me, and I bet next year we'll see. He'll be even better. I mean, Ty Simpson, if he comes back, man, they'll have Alabama should be right there again.
That's the expectation. I like that you're concerned for him, though, Van.
Well, I mean, I'm
concerned
insofar as I like to see people.
We want to see him do well.
Yeah, I want to see
he's on the video game. I mean, he was NCAA football. He's a cover athlete. There was a high expectation.
And it's always terrible when a fan base gives up on a player. I'm not so sure that that's happened in Tuscaloosa. Mm-mm. I don't know that they have yet. From what I see, there's some people that are assholes about the fingernail polish and all of that stuff. But that's just straight up idiot shit.
Yeah,
but
homophobes.
Yeah, homophobes. Yeah, I don't know that there's been a lot of people that have just kind of thrown the kid away, but he's immensely talented. And even though he plays for Alabama, a team I obviously revile, I want to see him do well. And so I was just wondering what the deal is.
Real quick, are y'all both 4th and 1 Ohio State here on in the shadow of the goal line?
Yeah, they're going for it.
They're going for it. Okay.
You got it.
Ooh, he almost dropped that, man. Okay. That's a hell of a push.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this tells me that Ohio State feels like they still have what it takes up front to dominate when they need to.
Yep.
I think his knee was down.
Yeah, man, it kind of was weird, right? Like I was like, what happened there?
Are they looking at it?
Oh no, it's better. It just looked from that top angle. It looked like I was like, man, it looked like he almost slipped up or something.
He could be short.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna snap it.
Let's be serious.
Oh, here we go. They're gonna look.
Oh, there they go. Let's be.
He could be short. Look at the reverse. And then the look that they just showed. Look at where because is that if I'm looking at if what I think is the first down marker is actually the first down marker, I might have been confusing it with the actual pylon.
Mm-hmm.
But if the marker that I looked at and thought it was the marker is the actual marker, he was definitely short.
It looked funky. That's for sure. Yeah, that would be big. Obviously,
isn't that reminiscent? I'm trying. What year was it that Ohio State played against Notre Dame, and I think Notre Dame got held out? Does everybody know it was Ohio State that lost? I'm trying to. God damn, man.
What year? You
this
got
was like 3 years
frame
ago.
of reference. Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember it was like somebody failed on.
I thought you were talking about like 1978.
A goal line side. No, I wasn't doing that to y'all. I wasn't doing that to y'all. Not this time. I don't remember what year it is. Oh well, fuck it. I can't look it up, man. I think it was. I think maybe it was Ohio State denied Notre Dame on a goal line or something like that. A goal line stand. Mm-hmm. Maybe the chat would do it. But anyway, it's
chat.
It'd be chat. So who's right here? What happened?
So, we don't do moral victories here on Ringer Tailgate, but has Indiana already proven what they needed to prove in this game?
Yeah. I think so.
It's not condescending to be like, man, I really did not think y'all could put Ohio State into a dogfight, right?
That's really all they had to prove. I mean, honestly, the Oregon game on the road in Austin to me was the first time I was like, oh, okay. Like this is like they just went head to head with these guys and beat them. But then again, we don't know how good Oregon truly is just based on, what we've seen and who they've played. But yeah, this game, this is legitimate to just be in this position. Again, absolutely. I mean, nobody's been in this position against Ohio State all year.
Right. Duke's up 17-10. 3:53 left in the third, man.
Duke is going to get this done, aren't they?
Duke's got a good D-line, man. They really do.
Man.
They got a real pass rush, and Chandler Morris is running for his life.
Todd McShay was very complimentary of Darian Mensah. I got to be honest, I have not seen a lot of Duke this year, but the way he talked about him, I was like, damn, yeah. I don't know. I thought with 5 losses, I was like, man, it's just kind of a disappointing year. But no, he said he's the real deal.
Just, a few turnovers that are head scratching. Yeah. But yeah, he's super talented.
Man, Chandler Morris looks so much like a UVA guy, man. Did he do that haircut this year intentionally?
Oh, here we go. Jamari UVA? Taylor. Nice.
What are you looking at, Tate?
I'm looking at Jamari Taylor just got like a 17-yard run.
Oh, really?
Oh, you're
first
watching
down?
the ACC championship game.
I got both. I got that.
Both
shout out to YouTube TV, multi-view, making everything possible.
All right, NC Central in the house.
What happened? Why is Mendoza on the field?
Oh wow! So he didn't get it. We were right.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I mean, it
looked.
looked wonky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, it looked like he had dropped the ball. I was like, did he fumble the snap or something?
I think he fell to his knee. Like,
Yeah,
I think his knee was short, and then he was done.
Man,
They should have snapped
that
that
was
ball
a
quick.
weird. I mean, I have the game on mute because we're pausing,
Yeah.
but that was a weird way to come back and just like I can't hear it. I guess I missed it in that situation.
How dramatic it seemed. Yeah.
Yeah,
But we didn't even get the replay review.
I mean,
Right?
man, see, that's the thing, bro. It's just crazy because I remember when they played against Oregon and they bullied Oregon, and it's not like, again, Indiana's not just scheming it up against Ohio State and getting some busted coverages or anything. They're actually like right there physically with them, man.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
just
like
crazy.
flea flickers and like trick plays. It's like they're playing. We square up on the line and we actually play football, and they're beating them, which is impressive.
Crazy, man. Kurt Signetti,
First down,
man.
Indiana.
I mean, I always used to say that Bill Snyder at Kansas State is the best turnaround job I ever saw in college football. Like, I was just like, again, Kansas State was a really, really difficult place to win at. Not many people had done it until Bill Snyder. But man, if Kurt Signetti does this in his second year at Indiana, which is literally one of the losingest Power 4 programs in history, I mean, this has got to be the greatest coaching job. I mean, with irrespective of if he was
it's an all-time
in my life. Yeah. That's just crazy.
They're up 13-10 going into the fourth quarter right now. If Indiana holds on, last thing before we get out of here, because we're droning on and we got McShay coming on a little bit later. I think for the last 5 minutes.
Droning on, damn.
Well, I mean, look, we're supposed to get out of the way for McShay just to break the fourth wall for the people. We got to let McShay and Minch get their hits off. But if Mendoza and Indiana win this game, is he the rightful Heisman? Do we feel good about that?
Yes.
That's how I feel. I feel good.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. There's not really a rightful Heisman this year.
It's a bad year.
It's not a great year.
I know you don't fuck with Diego Pavia, but I think Diego Pavia should be the Heisman this year. God damn, that blitz. Woo!
What?
They hit
what?
Diego
Pavia really should be. I think he should be at the ceremony. I'm okay with the ceremony.
I really do. I mean, I just think he's meant more to his team than anybody else in the country. It's with the exception of maybe Steve Angeli at Syracuse. Boy, I mean, Fran Brown better give you give you a couple million next year, because you clearly were holding that whole thing together. But Diego Pavia, man, I think he should be the Heisman. I mean, I think he meant a lot to this team. He played well. Just everything that he's accomplished there at Vandy has been incredible. And
we should probably clip this.
We should clip it.
Yeah, because we got the Pavia hate out there. We'll get Joel to give some love out there. We'll get both sides of it.
I don't think that he should win the Heisman.
I think
he's better than Eric Crouch.
I think he should be invited. Yeah, I think he should be invited. Eric Crouch was on like the best team in the country that year.
They didn't win no. They got their ass busted in the national championship game.
I also think they should invite like 7 people to the Heisman ceremony this year, because like there's nobody that's actually, there's a lot of people that should be there. Like Jeremiah Love, I think should be invited.
If you're not going to give it to Caleb Downs or Jeremiah Smith, stuff like that, if we're not actually giving it to who we think the best player in college football is, it's like who's the most important, who's been the best, and who's done the most with the league, that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so which year was Eric Crouch's Heisman year? Is 2001?
2001.
So these are the stats, and you tell me whether or not these stats. Let's do this. Eric Crouch versus Diego Pavia. You tell me the stats.
Okay.
So
I love a blind resume.
Eric Crouch. Well, it's not blind. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna tell you. Eric Crouch threw for 1,500 yards. He had 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
10 interceptions.
He ran
for
1,100 yards and 18 touchdowns.
All right.
On 203 carries. So he
damn.
So he was sort of kind of the man as far as running the ball.
Wait, you said all those stats, and I was supposed to be impressed by Eric Crouch's numbers?
I'm not saying that you were. I'm giving you the numbers.
Okay, all right.
I'm giving you the numbers. Like they played Nebraska and they played Miami and they got it put on the toss.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Andre Johnson.
Crouch is from Omaha. He was a Nebraska kid.
I really got introduced to Andre Johnson in that game. And I remember him kind of like throwing, I think the corner was Ralph Brown to the ground. He just, I felt so bad for Nebraska in that game. I was like, man, this game is not competitive at all. Yeah, I do remember Tim Couch, Joe Isidore. I think that's his last name. Joe.
Final BCS standings. Miami 1, Nebraska 2, Colorado 3. Well, look at that. Oregon 4, Florida, Tennessee, Texas, Illinois, Stanford, Maryland, Oklahoma, Washington State, LSU.
Maryland.
That's Dominique Foxworth team probably right there, man. One of those Ralph Friedgen teams.
Yeah, Ralph Friedgen's a great coach.
I don't understand how Illinois finished this high over LSU.
You know what? Is that one of the teams with like Juice Williams and Aurelius Ben and
LSU beat them in the Sugar Bowl, 47-34 in the Sugar Bowl. And finished, and we dropped a spot after that.
Why did you get so into the 2001 football season? What happened?
Because you just brought up Eric Crouch.
Okay.
I think that's what we got to do in the offseason, though. We got to go back and like basically do like our rewatchables of the year. You know what I mean? In college football, where we just break down what happened in college football that year. You know, and relitigate the process.
Look at Mendoza. Look at Mendoza. Look at Mendoza. He ain't no hoser. Fernando Mendoza ain't no hoser.
I like Heisman Doza. I think that's good.
You all don't think Fernando Mendoza is the best player in college football, man. Come on, bro.
I kind of like him. I know he's a little bit like nerdy and whatever else, but I kind of like him. I think he's tough.
But you think Diego Pavia is more deserving than him?
Diego Pavia's at the UFC fight. Come on.
It's tough, man. I just like I think Mendoza has been very good. But I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with any one of these guys winning. Julian, saying Diego Pavia or Fernando Mendoza, man.
All right, let's look at before we go, let's compare the stats. All right, so this year, Fernando Mendoza has thrown for.
What a segment. Look at the stats.
Fernando Mendoza at this point has thrown for 2,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 5 picks.
I mean,
those are fucking with it.
Those are good numbers. Those are solid numbers.
A good year on potentially the number 1 team if they win this game, by the way, Joel.
I mean, again, then it'll be like probably the best or most important player on the best.
Also, he did have a Heisman moment at Penn State.
That's true.
Yeah. He did have a Heisman moment.
Diego Pavia has thrown for 3,100 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions.
How much does he rush for?
How much does he rush for?
Probably like 800, something like that.
I think Cedric Alexander is our leading rusher, but I think he's like not too far behind.
If he's 1,000-yard rusher, that's impressive.
Pavia was over 1,000?
Yeah, if he's over 1,000, that's impressive.
Yeah. He ran this year for 826.
That's pretty good, man.
That is good. That's why I said 800 yards. Yeah,
it's a lot of offense, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm pro Pavia for the Heisman. I know that the tailgate has an anti Pavia reputation, but I'm not a part of that. They didn't run my clip where I said that I think that his career, he's going to go into the college football Hall of Fame. Frias? Was it you? Was it Tate? Frias? Billy?
They didn't run my clip.
Oh, it's Billy. Bro, I think you're blaming Billy.
Else,
well, I mean, I know why we don't run my clips. It's fine. I don't care about my clips. I don't need clips.
Bro.
It's fine.
Who is the they?
I'm not a clip guy.
Why didn't you run Joel's clip?
I'm not a clip
That's
guy.
the question.
I'm not a clip guy. It's fine.
You just snuck in Diego Pavia's going to the College Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think he's going to one day he's going to end up getting inducted to the College Football Hall of Fame, and it'll be a worthy induction.
Man.
Okay.
Have y'all been to the College Football Hall of Fame?
I haven't been to the new College Football Hall of Fame.
I've been to them. I've been to both. I went to the one in South Bend and the one in Atlanta.
I've been to the one in South Bend. I've never been to the Atlanta one.
Okay. Yes.
I tell you guys right now, boy, the audience is hanging in with us because we still got decent numbers for our audience.
Yeah.
And we just basically bullshit. Let me tell you guys something right now.
Yeah, let's get off of here, man. I need to get relieve my wife.
Billy's got to take care of his kids.
Billy's got to take care of his wife.
Billy never brings them up. I don't know how.
Oh my God, too far.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
Can't
Billy.
bring the family into it. Billy's Cuban, and the Cubans have a rule.
I don't know what sort of racism
in
you're indulging right now.
No wife, no kids. No wife, no kids. They talked about it in Scarface. That's a Cuban rule. No wife, no kids. Like Tony says this. Listen, you guys, share if you like what we're doing on Tailgate, share it with a friend. Just share it with a friend. Get a friend involved. Send the podcast to them. Get one of the clips. Somebody that you like. There's this new show with this crazy guy that wrestles his classmates. And you guys could watch it. Share the show. Share your favorite clip of the show with the friends, with your friends. This is the beginning. We're going like this, and we need you guys' help.
And if you have
raise
any
beef, raise our roof.
There you go.
Know what
Raise
I'm
the
saying?
roof.
Yeah.
That's
Raise our roof.
I like
Come on,
that.
Duke.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's a nice note to end on. Appreciate everybody tuning in to Ringer Tailgate. We are going to plan to be back on Monday. All things, if we can get it worked out on the back end, to react to the CFP rankings, the final rankings. We'll be there. We'll also be back on Wednesday. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. This is Ringer Tailgate. Again, like Van said, share it with a friend. Come hang out with us. Let's raise the roof.
Yeah.
And,
shout out to Joe Isidore, man. He's on his honeymoon in in Venice. Shout him out. That's why
you got to share the show right
our
there.
biggest, man. One of our hardcore listeners. All right, we can go now.
We can go now. Ringer Tailgate. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will see you guys early next week. Must be 21 or older and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rghelp.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 27 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.